Too much attention. Apparently got different weapons to seek a variety. It's not like Beverly Hills or something, but it's alright. Yeah. Not too bad. Remember the line, the Steve Martin film, based in LA, what was it? He's driving his new girlfriend around, yeah, played by his wife, I forgot her name. Some of these buildings are 20 years old. Wherever the target is busy. It's quite Sunday, remember. Quiet. But for how long, eh? They're pretty blatant by the backs, aren't they? Must be a bit disappointing for them. The takedown hasn't quite went through yet. Isn't quite finding its mark just yet. You always knew what the fundamentalists were a bunch of liars, didn't you? The fanatics, the zealots, the overzealous zealots. This corner, by the way. Stick to this time. See, if I actually came in here, from back there where I was on the corner, we know a road and actually in this corner, haven't stopped, I'm probably slightly behind. There you go. Guy has his glasses off, puts them on, right in the corner. Car comes out. Have a red for the other side. Well, what do you know? Getting each other's way now. Alright. Intentional harassment, obviously. Red with no lights. For a bit of contrast, eh? Somebody wearing red. And this guy behind. Go on this side for a change. Then we'll walk straight into the corner up here. Inside the main road corner. Before we get to the main road corner. There's a little lane we have to cross here. Back. crossed. Oh, where'd you come from? I think some of them are a bit too gung-ho, a bit premature, yeah. Me in my leisurely place and stopping and starting and stuff, yeah. Let's cross again. Excellent. Anchoring point here. Well, they really make it that busy for a Sunday. They just have, for the bag. That'd be at the corner here, of course. Not here, necessarily. Right here. Behind. Can't pay too much attention, of course. I just heard the noise, the click from behind, you know. Now that we're actually done there, let's just see there's no cars coming in, around now, coming down, in, out, nothing. Back for the distance. Always busy where the targeted individual is. Then we'll have the next one here, this side. But I mean, this is nothing compared to cars zipping in, screeching like the fucking FBI, you know. I feel like you see in films, and they got the guy at the target, whatever. And then they box them in. So just they come screeching in from all sides, sort of thing. Well, apart from the fact that that's what this is, and it's slower motion, so it isn't recognised for what it is. I did actually get that, whether it's one or two. Right up there. Dog in corner there. The frequency is just remarkable, isn't it? Always got that certain urgency about them. Just have a look. See what side we get it from. So as I said, they come screeching in before, they come zipping in. Like at the bottom of the lane that leads down to Dunedin Street from Broughton Road. Then you got a sort of blind spot for just stepping out, onto the pavement or off the pavement, and fucking cars would like zip in, like woof right to you, then slamming the brakes, or twist around to depart. Watching this side. Actually, it's more obvious when it's quiet. So I see here, because you have the anchoring point to the right, which is a little open lane. So, well, we have been here before. So I'll get to that lane, and as soon as I get to that corner, I'm already, listen. As soon as I get to that corner, get people coming out with bikes here, and handy bike there, anchoring point. You always get some silly sink, you know. I think they're a bit premature this time, as I say. So we've got the path here at the bottom here. See all these people have appeared and they're going in now. Another one for the car. Ben. Just happened to be there. Again, a bit premature with my stopping and starting and standing around. And we got a red guy. It's just came out of the corner there, see? And here's the cars. For me getting to the corner or either side. White, of course. What's that guy doing? What's that guy up to there? Standing there. What's going on here? We're just innocent passers-by. Exactly as predicted. And then here's your bank for your backup for when I get there. You really do make it easy. What? Eh? The characteristic narcissistic blank. Characteristic iconic face of innocence. Eh? What? What are you on about, mate? What? I'm just passing. To think we're here, of course. Now that we're here. Now that we're here. Where are they? I mean, a couple here for the band and going in there. Wherever they went. Everybody somehow arrives at the same time. I mean, they really do make it easy for demonstrating what's going on. Unfortunately, it's still light. Getting back at a decent time. Coming back to dark. Could go that way. To go this way for some reason, for the sake of avoidance necessarily, but we might actually get something better here. Better. I mean, the point isn't to avoid them necessarily, though it's all symbols and subliminal, so that the viewer will make an unconscious association. Now it'd be in it's a nice sort of seat, but well, it's getting dark and seat's probably wet. I want to get back. That was some weird shit, isn't it? I'll get busy as we get up here. Looking to cross. Then the rest of the way. Pretty much. Get somebody right in the corner here. Directly parallel as I'm getting to the corner here. lamps just as I get here. And the bike for this side. See what I mean by subliminal association? Road's over there, mate. Well, you know what they say, people can be interested when they think you're really, really stupid. And this side. The well-meaning idiots. It's a perfect system, isn't it? Perfect setup. The perfect cover. Same for the cops. Everybody else. Social workers nicking people, kids. For the paedophile networks and all the rest of it. Judges on the take. Judges texting messages to prosecutor asking for the best way to go about getting a conviction, yeah, through leading questions or whatever. It's all a racket. And these are all the well-meaning, misguided idiots that provide the cover for it. Because they think authority can do no wrong. Nice pair of shoes or a suit, a tie and a short haircut like themselves, yeah. Respectable front, can do no wrong. Watch in this corner. May as well crossed. Anticipating the corner thing. Sometimes I like to freeze in position, yeah. There's the car now. See the reflection? There we go. See, just as I get here. Bang on time again. Dunedin Street. That was spot on, isn't it? Here's another one. Got the social club here. Don't know if it's open, but it looks as though it's open. Car starting lights at the bottoms here for where I live. Starting up now. This is the gauntlet, you see. See, it's a blank point on the other side. There's no work. There's only works. It's on the other side. This is intimidation. See this? Anchoring point there, as I've remarked many a time. Right, don't get sucked in. Here we are again, eh?
Pardon?
Sorry?
Oh, how you doing, mate?
I don't know you, pal. Oh, you know what they say? People can think... I've forgotten. Be interested when they think you're really, really stupid. That's the weird part. I actually think this is like really clever now. You know, that you're still going to go for it. You're still going to be confused. when the timing stands at a mile, when the harassment is obvious. Yeah, I just happened to get here at exactly the same time. Yet again. From another point of view, he's asked to do it, and what is he going, you know? What is he going to say? There's no point in getting annoyed at him. We're here by the way. Standing about because the very fact that we're here, have arrived, you can see the jelly speaking. It's like the morning for it. But I haven't went in yet. I haven't got the telltale door slammed, so I don't know how they're picking that up. It's something. Yeah. So we sometimes get another one coming in, whatever. Let's sort of back up. Put it down to coincidence if you like, whatever. But if I haven't went in, then I might have went straight past them walking up the road. So this makes a bit more sense. But otherwise, you'll see that the sudden spate perhaps Dunedin Street or whatever, which is passed now. No need for that anymore. So the thing here with this guy, Mr. Creepy, Mr. Sinister Pod, is they got to get out at some point. Take your time. What am I? Public enemy number 6. Other side. As I was saying earlier, yeah, dumping this Gangstalking message on a card in near the fire station back on the road. Yeah, it was very pointed and it started up again like nobody's business. I mean, it started up again, that's the reason I did it. But that's because they thought I was escaping the Matrix. And of course what they do is they'll try and engineer a situation where it looks as though you're actually fleeing for some reason, or you're looking to get out on under a bad light, so they just make up some shit up, you know. You were seen in some dubious context, or this, or that, or whatever. Nobody actually got out and crossed the road. Just got a bit of fucking about. They just came in and sat about, and they actually made the slamming noises, you know, as if either somebody was coming out or did come out, and nobody came out, and it went off there. Yeah, because I was hoovering Lord Neighbour's powerful vacuum cleaner. Cops turned up at the door, yeah. Considering I haven't used the Hoover for weeks, tilted through the land, you know, using a brush, because I picked up my previous cheap Hoover and I had to go around when to get it. And of course, the landlord was coming up the next day to periodic inspection, you know, because it's just rented. And so I was going over everything, and the time I fucking cleaned everything up to my satisfaction. The time I was finishing hoovering, it was vacuuming. It was 11 o'clock, yeah. And there's the cops at the door, you know. Somebody at your description was seen in a dubious context, you know. Oh, right, yeah. Right, that wouldn't be just when you happen, I might be leaving like the next morning. Is it? Yeah, you think I might be hoovering because I'm vacuuming? But it says, yeah, but we heard you hoovering. Yeah, so that, so they're knocking around the door. This time I'll have a door here and that was an intersect that was close enough, don't you think, generally speaking? I'll think. You had a long sort of thin road. Yeah, so I don't know what the connection with like the Hoover was to say from where? The police station? What do you mean? So we just knocked on the door because we're just up here and not to knock on the door anyway. I mean, what did that mean? Yeah, exactly. We heard you hoovering late. That's why we're here. Thinking of fucking moonlighting. Well, I got some reason to moonlight. As I say, it was just a landlord coming up. Never a dull moment now, since I'm still here. That's a good thing about still being here. After the lull, and realise you haven't been, you're still here. They got to keep coming back and forward, so that's kind of fun, isn't it? Apart from the odd one or two that might be looking, just cars going by, yeah. But the duff light tells you that kind of gives away, doesn't it? Yeah, so dubious context, with a bike, my bike that I had newly got, No, I hadn't. No, I hadn't got a bike yet. Had I? Had I? Yeah. A bloke seen with the bike. Yeah. And of course they're the one with the bikes doing the harassing, Then they just make it you're the guy that's causing some sort of trouble with your bike, Something in sinister, dubious context. They just dump onto you, They just make you the locus of the sinister behaviour, At this strategic point in time, Just happening to turn up at 11 o'clock when I'm vacuuming, hadn't vacuumed for fucking months, as I say, Shortly after this, I get an offer for a bike. Cheap bike, £40 from an acquaintance come buddy, whatever, So of course I buy that, and that really pisses them off, They think I've done this intentionally, Just chance, Just reacting to their own interpretations, Just as chance would have it, They think you're looking to wind them up, Like the whole world revolves around them, Like I'm not allowed to actually get a bike. So of course the bike, business, the bike crap starts up like bike at the top there. At the same time, so we've got a guy here. It starts up like nobody's business, Oh, it's just Kenny. All right. We're enjoying the breeze. We're enjoying the breeze. Just Kenny and his dog. Yeah, and of course, so the doors went there. So we'll get a car going by just before he's in the fucking flat. Or if that was somebody just coming out. So they might be assuming that's me just having come out. Maybe went in and haven't come out. But the thing is, the point is, you get one exactly the same time. Frontal, within seconds. With that door going. Another one. After a quite a long moment there. Another one. Because look at your line, what's he doing? When the timing wouldn't fool a very foolish person. You've got a car in the corner on it. Got a car going up now, must have came out of Dunedin side. So like Piccadilly fucking Circus again, eh? Yes, not forgetting before that, I had right, no, so that was some point after that, yeah, so I got the bike and at what point did I do the actual open day fire station thing? Shit started up, even worse, you know. Then I got the chance to buy it for 40 quid. Had it for a little while, it was alright, went here and there, it was good. They would make sure that, no, I actually remember having the bike for a while and there wasn't any hassle, you know, that's the thing. So it's easy to get all this fucking mixed up, the actual sequence of events. Another one, I get a minute to myself. This person actually happens to come out. See if that had been me coming out and then to the corner there. See when that's down. You get somebody just magically appearing to cover it right on time for when you'd be there at the corner. So we'll watch her when she goes by. I do live here. Always spot for the purpose. Yeah, so the months go by and over a year and whatever, I'll get to fucking by the way, I had been making up still got the plans so what to expect. Great, isn't it? Yeah, so of course I did get a bike and started up like nobody's business. No, time when it started up, really started up like nobody's business. Yeah, when I had to get rid of it, when the fucking chain kept coming off, and finally, eventually stopped. Appears out of nowhere. Flashy now. Another back up there with the pram. be surprised. We have another, we have van this time to the top of the road. They're really going to keep them busy here. This is a Sunday night on Side Street. Yeah, so I just got rid of the bike because it probably just get overcharged at the bike shop anyway, and it only costs 40 quid. And yeah, so I just do dump it. So I just left it here outside, and of course there again, reacting to their own interpretations. What you talking about? Just wait. They're just biding their time. Nobody was at the chip shop, or they're just hanging about. They're just looking to see if you're coming up this way. They're not going to Dunedin Street either, but they're just down the hill. Just hanging about. That's what they did. Absolutely fine. Yeah, so right to their own interpretations again. They took it that their intimidation had worked, and I probably laughed about me having getting rid of the bike because of the harassment, and then of course stepped up the harassment like like nobody's business. On top of being pissed off for me having dumped the little card about gangstalking and the insults right in the midst of gangstalking central, right among them all. Fire, cop, paramedics. Oh, they were really pissed off about that. Since then I've had ambulances trying to knock me down. Sitting still as a lot of these vehicles do, sort of waiting and then starting up as soon as you turn the corner, might be expected to cross. In the ambulance case they just suddenly started up with a siren on. Zoom. That'd be the perfect colour, wouldn't it? Come by when you're on the bus and siren blazing, and then change the pitch as soon as they come to you, or they make sure they're there in the corner, or you're walking along the street and they'll come zooming by. I think she missed her intersect. See the timer. See how close it is. I never caught her this side. One of that side. And an otherwise lengthy street either way. See, they've got to keep sending somebody by if you haven't went in yet. At least that's how they see it. Bedroom light on. Bedroom light on, I just noticed that. Yeah, so especially with the bikes, really piling it on, because all they can do is increase it. That's it. Oh, speak of the devil, backed up. So apart from trying to knock you down, and the bikes are there to actually serve that purpose indirectly through distraction, because it's a dangerous thing to be clipping you and harassing you and passing you and constantly there on when you're there crossing roads, because obviously Obviously that's a dangerous thing to do. That's why they do it. From their point of view, it's just a matter of time. It's tedious, it's monotonous, there's other things to think about. Also works on a whole bunch of different levels, you know, just try to wear you down, affect your immune system. I was interested in seeing Russell Brand on Jeremy Paxman, you know. And Paxman near the end of the interview, talking a lot of crap, you know. He said, and going on to say, don't you think people are, you know, politicians, don't you think people are just overwhelmed? It's this system that's intentionally overwhelming people, trying to overwhelm people on every level, from fluoride in the water and fucking boats that go nowhere and chemtrails in the skies to whatever. And the new war, you know, domestic terror in the streets, terrorism, in the name of security. Because they've clearly got no shortage of people to wear people down. And I've heard this has happened in so many other areas as well, so many other contexts. Other people have been overwhelmed in different ways. I don't know why everybody's arriving at once, but it's not uncommon. From the point of view of creeping the target out, then the taxi guy arrives. This is how they do tend to sink it. You realise even in any side. Constant people coming out and going by, popping out, and cars popping out and coming in, and as I say, this isn't how other people see it, experience it. Yeah, a video, but the sheriff's talking about being overwhelmed, you know. Maybe they didn't want to go into the exact details. And it was quite lengthy, but you know, it was within the video the blog was saying that. He was talking to a bunch of other people, possibly other sheriffs. I don't know whether they were overwhelmed by the FBI or what he meant exactly, you know. But it was clear. It was pretty clear he meant it in a more stranger sense. You know, psyops. They've been overwhelmed on every level. And this is what they're doing, this constant swarming. This psychological operations in the streets. The fact that they're seeing this as a battleground as well. Funny, eh? 3 coming at once. Right, let's get back. Oh, there we go. Just I wonder if it's the same taxi guy as before. See, it was just to go about to go out, and it's so unexpected, yeah. It's almost like they want that last word, isn't it? Like the corner now, look. Amazing, isn't it? See, just as you move, just as I move. I mean, I was looking out, it's not as if I've seen the car coming in and the lights just suddenly come on, start up, you know, suddenly there's people arriving or getting out or what the fuck they're doing, yeah? Constant gaslighting. Constantly timed. It's always precise. All the more reason to watch it. As soon as I move, it's like ding. I say it comes on the light, but yeah, light literally comes on. It's good that you can see it. That you get to see it, because it's certainly making moves to stop. I mean, to stop me getting on camera. They're obviously in no hurry. Well, right. So you can see they take their time. You can see how they aim. Survive. Get moving. This side now. I never heard that, I'm just... I expected it. I think they just sink it from either side. Ideally, the way to run around. Lights off, by the way. Well, yeah, it's just cars going by and just trying to get the environment working for them, but you're always aware that there's this constant one-upmanship going on, this petty, utterly trivial one-upmanship, because essentially the whole thing is trivial. The intent is lethal, but in its execution it's often very trivial. This is standard for passive aggression, sneaky aggression, narcissists, whatever, the dissociation involved. It's trivial in that it goes nowhere, but the intent is lethal enough. Deadly enough. Bit of freeze, isn't it? Doors on. just leave it alone. In fact, it wasn't open this afternoon when TI acquaintance came around. Put something through the door. Community stocking in Edinburgh, quite a few sheets. Fortunately, I missed them because my intercom was switched off because it keeps on humming. So there's anything weird in it. It just keeps on humming sometimes when it's switched on. Which, so I missed them. That was a pity. Because obviously that's the last thing I want. TI's getting together and I don't really think call myself as a TI. Just target what I'm going on. And the last thing I want to do is put your heads together, yeah, and witness for each other what's going on. Because clearly an important factor is of isolating the targets is so that they're seen as the lone deluded individuals. Because they've got their website. I haven't. Got a website for my arts, but my painting, but my writing on script and stuff. 1,000 pages. No, this stuff. I mean, just other thing. But this as well. But and of course that just gets to your standard matrix psychiatrist. They just dismiss that as websites feeding other so-called targeted individuals' delusions. You know what I mean? You know, from their point of view, there's no such thing as targeted individuals. There's no conspiracies. There's none of this ever has ever happened or has happened ever in any context in history under any circumstances ever. Which is this is of course patent nonsense. There've been stalking groups since probably for hundreds of years, certainly since the beginning 20th century, as Mark Rich points out in the New War, probably in the Hidden Evil as well. So it's set up so that the target can't win, obviously. Yeah. I was watching. What was I watching last night? I was watching this morning, late evening. Yeah. Basically this morning. It's about Salem witch trials, the Salem witch conspiracy on National Geographic. One of them, yeah. In the light of new evidence, sort of thing, you know. The fact that the priest, the minister, the fundamentalist guy, kept a sort of diary, a journal, sort of thing of events, account sort of thing, you know. An account of the situation, you know. And the fact that it started with a couple of girls, but I don't know, was it his daughters or something he's looking after? I don't know, maybe it was all due to his projections or whatever, but anyways. His attendance was failing. It was dwindling to nothing. You know, it went from 50 to which was all right, and it was somebody coming down. Don't tell me something, a fucking dog. And so his attendance was failing. And distracted with this guy. He's crossing the road anyway. Alright. Yeah, so I mean, he was in dire straits. I mean, describe the situation. You actually felt sorry for this bloke to an extent, you know. The fact that he never, it's in, where the fuck is it? Salem, yeah. And you know, the winter was coming in, and they need wood. They need a certain amount of wood. It told Jack, I remember, to see through the winter, you know. And he don't had any wood left. He whether to shelter himself or he gets an allowance, or I don't know. And he basically had no income, which presumably would come from his parishioners, you know. No social security and all the rest of it there. So they're trying to cut that now in any case and that. No lifeline, you know. So he was in dire straits, and certainly this big showpiece, this big showboat, starting off accusing these girls as being witches, and so apparently they were behaving strangely, throwing firebrands, one of them was around the place, and they live in wooden houses, you know. And of course it spread like a contagion, you know, to other people, and then fucking spread all around, you know, till they had a whole bunch of supposed witches, you know. And this certainly perked up his congregation, got his congregation coming in, but of course what the programme pointed out, you know, through these researching on these people, the accusers, and compared to who was accused, was it was a preponderance of churchgoers that were accusing them, of course, along with him. And the people that were accused were preponderantly the non-churchgoers. Big surprise. And I forget where I was going with this. Yeah, I remember now. But they had one, like an African maid that was accused, and it was the people that actually confessed to witchcraft that, as it happens, that weren't executed, murdered, hung. She gave an account of your experiences or symptoms, or whatever you want to call it, her confession. In her confession, that strangely enough, oddly enough, tied in with the English definition of what witchcraft means. I have to write all this down because I can't remember the details. Of specifics, but so they had the researcher, and I don't remember her name either in the programme. It's two arrived at the fucking same time in the corner. Leave this. So she was looking up a book written by somebody, some other fundamentalist, hundreds of years ago at the time, 1690 whatever. Well, no, that was the time of the so-called trial, accusations, whatever. Anyway, written by this Englishman that outlined the definition of what constituted witchcraft, and he was a witch. And so oddly enough, this African woman seemed to be, her confession seemed to tie in with this, the definition of witchcraft is defined in this manual written by this Englishman. That this initial accuser, the priest that started this off, had a copy of. That's the point. As if she'd been, whatever the word is. Anyway, this is what they said of themselves in the programme, coached. And it struck me that in a sense this really isn't so different from the setups with targeted individuals, where these covert, no touch, torture psyops, gangstalking, aka quote unquote gangstalking, are actually set up so that that any target that tries to report it to anybody, it sounds like a mental patient, literally, certainly a future mental patient, or one that you might believe should be in a mental hospital, or is actually mental, you know, delusional, schizophrenic. Schizophrenia is bullshit as well. There might be disorders of thought, certainly, but they got disorders of thought themselves. Psychiatry. Schizophrenia. It's a big scam, as Mark Rich explains in The New War. Oh, we've got somebody coming out just at the same time, just as this guy goes in. Look. That's amazing, isn't it? And here. Oh, we got a car, eh? There you go. In the corner. For the person at the corner there. It's all line of sight. From their point of view, it always takes place in the person's mind anyway. They quote the mind with the brain, of course, which are not the same thing at all. Yeah, so the setup is clearly a setup designed to actually mimic the apparent symptoms of mental illness for anybody describing it. So anybody describing it, and you know, this is what it's going, is actually walking into a trap when you get psychiatrists, you know, are either in denial or part of this. They're just part of this whole matrix setup. Will automatically assume, especially the target, through the target being intentionally isolated, that the person is clearly delusional, as other people understandably will in the face of it, because I think you say that you've been stalked or targeted by various people and agencies is you know, the classic symptom or symptoms of delusion, isn't it? You know, it's a cliche. You know, it's a virtual cliche. So that's a scam. The basics. As most people who know anything about this will know in any case. And you got all this stuff about, you know, well, it's just to give you the impression, it's just to give you the impression that everybody's just sort of surrounded by stalkers, and everybody, listen, you are. To a certain extent. They know what they're doing. They snicker about it. They laugh about it. There seems to be like some sort of, you know, saying that you're not, or you only think you are, or only imagine you are, but you're not, and blah blah blah, and all this shit. Yeah, this letter is almost to make a person trying to have their cake and eat it, but saying, well, yeah, I'm multi-stalked, but I'm not. You know. They're not really, you know, people. They don't actually know what they're doing, or what they're doing, or they're being, you know, guided from afar. They only have, you know, they get some inexplicable impulse at that point in time, because they're mind controlled. But before, I mean, all that to me just sounds more fucking mental than your standard common garden variety passive aggression, sneaky aggression, which has always been, you know, rampant in any case. It's a passive society anyway. You know. And people are actually just signing up for these programs, or taking part casually some of the time, possibly a lot of them, but certainly agreeing not to blab about it or give it away to any non-members, if you like, you know, rather than talking about you know, temporary or split-second mind control, or you know, people otherwise don't know what about it, or they just seem to snap out. You know, the people express a lot of sort of hatred and inexplicable hatred and all the rest. I mean, if people are being told shit about you, and all the rest of it. They certainly don't need to be mind controlled or temporarily possessed to actually express hatred. Especially when there is that hive mind, that groupthink element as well. And that's going to play right into their ego and its unconscious hatreds. All it needs is a symbol, an easy target. I'm not saying there isn't the mind control elements, and any weird aspects, the rest. I mean, I'm open-minded about the possibility this whole thing stems from extraterrestrial influence and goal, namely the reptilians, the reptilian agenda, the reptoids, the archons, whatever. These people are actually the archons, and they're the ones that are going along with it and they're influenced by it. But I would I'm open-minded to the possibility about interdimensional, malevolent interdimensional extraterrestrial races, reptilians from Dracon or wherever, Draconian, origin of Draconian apparently. It's fucking weird, isn't it? I've forgotten their full name, where they come from, what it comes under. Draconis, or whatever, can always look it up. And there is a whole agenda through virtually mind-controlled politicians, certainly a form of hypnosis. Certainly everyday consciousness is a form of hypnosis or sleep, or waking up is really just waking up to an extent from consensus reality, apparent consensus reality. This isn't reality; it's an illusion, it's a dream. But clearly, they're certainly for targets, they're trying to create a false life world, a false environment. As I've said, it's about the confusion, the target's perception of everyday events, so they don't know whether they're coming or going. So they all just, it's intricate. They really try and, get it down to the last details. Certainly some of the time, a lot of the time. And you think, well, why? Why should they? Because you're a guinea pig. Because they're making notes of this and your reactions and the effect it's having you and what's happening and how they take down is working or not working, or, as I say, they really will increase or try and knock you down short of shooting you. But this is all research. Isn't it? You're, on the one hand, it's because you're a nobody and you don't have much credibility. And on the other, you're important because, they wouldn't be going to this extent, to such an extent, which I've got on film, most of it, if they didn't see any importance in it. Because what they can apply to you, what they learn from you, they can apply to everybody else. And also include that in wider research and psyops and all the rest of it. They're control freaks. They're fanatical. They're not going to waste any of this information. But anyway, the important thing at the moment, the analogy I made is between the African woman being coached to describe or confess her experiences in terms of what seemed to be the definition of witchcraft in English law by some other fanatical priest, minister, imposter that wrote this book, and compare that with these psyops that are clearly set up to mimic the symptoms of mental illness for any target, any individual that tries to describe what's going on to anybody. And of course the target could describe it to different people, describe it to the wrong person. Certainly psychiatrist is the wrong person. You get the stalkers, the perps, whatever you want to call them, spreading around the rumours in any case. But then life being what it is, you'd be getting along with some people, you could fall out with them in other times. You've got this psychosis going around, sucking people in any case, and people that were alright one day could change another time, and so you get that's the basis for a virtual conspiracy. You get that going as well, and you got all these people from seemingly disparate sources saying that so and so's lost his mind. You even get somebody just mention it innocently, or somebody who might even be relatively open-minded to the weirdness that's going on, and they go and say it's to the wrong person anyway, so they go and report it. I mean, we know how Nazi Germany was. People making anonymous reports and all the rest of it. This is what's going on now. The new Gestapo, the new Stasi, same old, same old. Everybody's sort of scared about what they might say to the wrong person, Just another form of divide and rule. But this is going all over, apparently. This is affecting tens, thousands of people. It'll grow to millions, if it hasn't already. It certainly involves millions. Take time. Anyway, I thought that was quite an interesting little cross correspondence there. Jeez. Almost an hour and 30 minutes.